Hey guys, welcome to another video of SM Solutions. So today's video is going to be actually a video that a lot of you guys want me to do. It's going to be regarding the level 2, how to use it, what's the difference between the colors, how to read the colors in the time and sell, and a couple of tips. So before the lesson, I just want to tell you guys, I know that I did not post a lot of videos like live trade videos these past days. I think the last one is almost 1 week. The reason is actually simple, is because I did not trade these past days. I was out of Montreal, so I didn't have my setup. I did travel to Calgary just to visit some friends and everything, so that's why you didn't see me trade in the past days. Anyway, so let's start the level 2. So right now it's, you see me, it's, what time is it? It's 12:03. So you see how level 2 is actually fast. So what I did is I took a screenshot, and we're gonna go through the screenshot first, and after that we're gonna go to the level 2, like the live one. So we're gonna go through everything here like this. You can actually understand how this thing is working. Let me just put that here. Okay, so let's start. First thing first, let me put this here, red. First thing first, you have the ticker, you have LR. For those who don't know, LR just means that you don't have any shares to short, so you do have to locate some shares, and you do have to pay a fee to short. Sorry. You have $1.50, so this is the movement since the previous close, and this is the percentage. So basically this thing is gapping up 100, almost 200%. You have the volume, which is huge, 104 million volume on the penny stock, so it's actually huge. You have the open close, high of the day, low of the day, the price of the VWAP, the last bid, the size, and the ask. So everything here is actually basic information, so I'm pretty sure everyone know how to read those information. The real thing is down the level 2, like the colors and time and sell. So let me just remove a couple of stuff. Okay, so let's start. First thing first, I'm gonna go through the colors. So I know that a lot of people think that colors are, it's so fancy, it means something. I'm telling you right now, doesn't mean nothing. Color are here to separate the price. So basically broker use different type of color just to give you an idea, different bracket of price. So example here in the yellow, you see at the bid, so on the left, 229. So there's one, oops, sorry, let me put back. So there's 221 1,000 shares. There's another one here for 700 shares, 700 shares, and 100 shares. So now you're gonna tell me why they don't put it all the same and just put one big number. The reason is simple. To the left, there's the name of the exchange. So different exchange, different order. So right now, I know that at 229, there's actually a lot of buyers. And on the other side, at 230, there's actually a lot of sellers too. So you see 11,400, 6,400, 800, 500, and 100 shares at 230. So when I see something like that, with the color, you can actually see there's more sellers willing to sell than buyers willing to buy around this 229, 230. So that's why people use colors. That's why broker offer different type of colors, just to separate the price and to know exactly who's winning between the buyers and sellers. So after that, you see on the bid 227, you have 100 shares. 223, you have 3,700 shares. So let's see this. Let me remove a couple of things. So if you are going to trade this stock at this time, you're gonna see that around this price, 229, 230, even let's go to 225. So actually let's go to 222. So yes, there's a lot of orders around this price, but look at the ask size. At 230, there's 11,000, 6,400, 800, 500, 100. So, I mean, I will not go long at 229 if I know that there's a big portion of sellers. So there's a lot of sellers that are willing to sell at 230. So what's the point to go long? You're gonna get, this stock is gonna go down right now if I see just the level 2. So that's why people use level 2. It's just an idea where are the limit orders. The only thing is be careful, guys. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of time people's gonna put like big numbers. So example, on the ask size, you're gonna see something at 270 or 250, but you're gonna see like 20,000 shares. A lot of time people put big numbers just to scare other people. Like this, they can move the stock the way that they want. So example, if you want to buy and you see that there's 20,000 shares at 250, example, you don't want to go long, you want to go short because you are seeing something on the level 2 on the ask size. But keep in mind that those numbers, those shares, those orders are not filled. So the person who put 20,000 of shares can actually remove it last minute. So that's why a lot of time you're gonna see big shares numbers like really far from the price. So just keep in mind that they can remove their order. The way that you can actually confirm is with the time and sell. So the time and sell is on the right of the level 2. So this is the time and sell. The time and sell is the moment that transactions are filled. So the moment that the transaction is confirmed. So if you see 20,000 shares, go check on the time and sell, see if there's a lot of sellers. To give you an idea, right now I can see that at 11:52, 11:55, the moment that I took the screenshot, there was a transaction of 6,000 shares at 229. So this is maybe the person here that had at the beginning around 17,000. So right now, do you want to go long? No, you don't, because you are seeing on the time and sell 6,000 shares at 229, and you see a lot of sellers here, a lot of sellers at 230. So you don't want to go long. So I will never go long. The colors in the time and sell, let me remove that. So the colors in the time and sell, when you see red, green, yellow, white, sorry, yellow. I don't know why I'm looking at on the bid and the ask. Anyways, so the red, green, and white, everything here means something. Just to give you an idea, the red is when you hit the bid. The green is when you hit the ask. And the white is between. So when people hit the bid, you're gonna see it in red, the ask in green, and everything. So it gives you an idea. Sometimes I'm gonna look the colors. If you see a lot of reds, that means that there's a lot of people hitting the bid. But a lot of time, what I'm gonna do, a tips for you, is just look the colors on the bid and the ask here. If you see a lot like this, in this case, a lot of yellow at 230 with big numbers like 11,000, and you see it on the time and sell, there's 6,000 also that was sold at 229. That's sometimes in the indicators that this thing want to go down, or you are hitting a resistance. So you know that at 230 there's a resistance. So that's a good way to see that at 230 you don't want to go long, you want maybe to go short because there's a lot of people selling, so there's a big resistance. I'm going to give you another example. Let me remove this one. Okay. So I took a screenshot. You can see it's actually the same ticker, but a couple of minutes after. So you see this thing like sellers at 230 and everything, it was around this price. So this thing went down, okay? But now look, the moment that I took the screenshot, so around 11:58, So how many minutes difference? This one is 11:55. So 3 minutes after, you see on the buyer side, so on the bid side, look at that. 244, 244, 17,000 shares, 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares, 400 shares. So a lot of buyers, a lot of buyers. And you see green here, so they hit the ask to buy. So this is an indicator that this thing want to go up. Even on the other side, if you see on the ask side, sorry, you see 6,000. Yes, it's a lot of shares that they want to sell, 400, 200. But guys, look at that. You have 17,000 shares that they want to buy at 244. So you know that the stock want to go up. And what happened? Broke the view up. Here you can see that it broke the view up. So broke the resistance around 230-ish. And yeah, so this is the level 2. Like I said, just be careful. Sometimes in this case, it's actually, you see people put big orders and actually get filled. So it's an easy way to understand the level 2. But sometimes you're going to see here, example on the bid side, big orders. Just be careful with that. Just confirm with the time and sell. Okay, guys, I'm going to put the broker right now just to show you how fast this thing go. Look at that, 33,000 at 223. So we hit a good support. Wow, guys, 109,000 shares. So you know that this thing is going, like, there's a lot of buyers. Look at that. And there's a lot of sellers too, but buyers gonna win. So this is an example. Sometimes it go actually faster. So look at that. So this is Boeing BA. So that's why they put colors like this. You can actually know what's the difference between the price. You don't have to read. You know that if I see a lot of yellow or red, I know that they are all at the same price. Like this one, a lot of green there was. So that's why I like to put these type of colors better than the other one down here, like different blue. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you have any comments, guys, you know you can always leave them on the comments, so I will always answer everything. And don't forget to drop a like. And yeah, guys, thanks to listening. And if you have any question, you can also DM me on Instagram and everything. Have a good one.